In 2008, the Utah Senate adopted the International Initiative, which is also known as Senate Bill 41, which provided funding for the Utah Dual Immersion Program. Today, there are over 3,800 students participating in the French portion of this program. And I'm a third grade French dual immersion teacher at Butler Elementary in Cottonwood Heights. In my classroom, I have a total of 56 students, which are separated between two classes. There's the English side taught by my colleague, and she teaches English reading and writing. And then, of course, on the French side, I teach French, math, and science. They take the SAGE test in math after having learned the entire program in French. And the amazing thing last year was it was my first year teaching in this program, and I was really amazed by the fact that we obtained the highest score in the SAGE test at our school. And knowing that the students had basically learned it in French, even though that's true in the English side, they do review it, I'm still amazed by the abilities of these students at this age. And when the French people come over from France to observe, they are very amazed as well by the abilities of our students, what they're capable. Their French level in third grade is absolutely amazing. So my classroom is set up with 4 groups of 6 and 1 group of 4 in the middle. I use these groups to help them to interact in French at their table. And the population in our school, we have quite a bit of ELL students. In my classroom alone, I have 2 French students, native speakers, 2 Polish, and 4 Spanish-speaking people. I would like to mention a sentence inside of Finnegan, chapter 3, page 85, where he referred to the vocal tract as being a wind instrument capable of creating a multitude of sounds. I just feel like that is very important to think about when we're looking at these students trying to create sounds. We have to teach them how to position their mouth in order to pronounce a sound that doesn't exist in their language. One of the difficulties that Thomas, a French student that I have, has is the voiced interdental fricative, such as in this and that. Because it doesn't exist, the th, the sound in French, it becomes zis or zat when it's pronounced by him. We work a lot with just learning to place the tongue in a position that they're not used to, and repeating the sounds with this, that, those, over-exaggerating the th vibration sound. And so I also created a question for a champion where I put difficult words or difficult situations inside that box, and at the end of the day or at the end of the lesson, when we have 5 minutes left, we'll separate the class into A and B, and we'll pull a question out, and it can be showing a word like that has that sound that they have to be able to pronounce correctly. The other difficulty that they have is the voiceless interdental fricative, which is the silent version of this, which is we hear in thank you and in mouth. Of course, in French that doesn't exist as well, and it becomes thank you and mouths when it's pronounced by a native speaker. That's my first example. The second example is going to be the English R, which is pronounced by channeling the air through the central part of the mouth. And of course in French it's pronounced in the throat, such as in rouge, heureux, écureuil. And so it's a sound that very difficult to pronounce already for English people trying to learn French, but the French, when they're trying to use the English R, and they're positioning the tongue in the front, and they're trying to say red, right, and really, it's very difficult for them. So we work a lot on that sound as well. I walked up the other day and I had a student, the second French student in my classroom, and of course for him it was completely normal out in recess that he was talking about something we did in class, and he mentioned the cat black. And because we all know that the noun phrase in English is going to be the black cat with a determinant adjective and noun, but in French it's going to be le chat noir, and the adjective is placed at the end. So it's completely understandable that he wanted to switch the adjective and the noun in the French version. So we put that in our box as well as being another, just another problem that you might have. In French, we say le chat noir, and in English, what changes? And so the students have to tell me. It's a great way to get them to memorize all those little differences. Thank you very much.